Listen to me right now, because this video can literally change everything for you. If you've ever held a Washington quarter in your hand, you need to stop what you're doing. Do not spend these coins. These coins are hidden wealth, silent fortunes hiding in plain sight, and people are losing serious money every single day without even knowing it. Check your pocket now. Check your drawer. Check that old jar of dirty coins. Because these old coins are a treasure worth serious money, and nobody talks about this. Rare coins equal big money, secret collectors want them, and real auction shock is happening behind closed doors. These are hidden treasure coins that look ordinary but can flip your life upside down. Do not spend these coins. Stay with me till the end, because every coin gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking, and the final one, collectors are fighting over it. These coins change everything. You're holding a fortune, and you don't even know it. Welcome back to EagleCoins. Now let me show you what they don't want you to see. First coin number 1. If this coin has ever passed through your hands, this is not a joke, this is not fiction, and this is dangerous to ignore. I need you to hear this clearly. A 1,941 Washington quarter bun without a mint mark looks harmless, looks ordinary, looks like a dirty old coin people spend without thinking. And that's exactly why it's a silent fortune. Do not spend this coin. This is hidden treasure people are accidentally losing every single day. And once you understand what happened in 1,941, your heart is going to race. 1,941 was not a calm year. America was standing on the edge of something massive. Economic pressure was real, tension was everywhere, and the country was about to be pulled into a global storm. Mints were under stress, production was rushed, metal supply was controlled, and nobody back then was thinking about collectors. They were thinking about survival. That pressure is exactly why certain coins from this year were born different, struck different, and survived in shockingly low numbers. And this Washington quarter, without a mint mark, is one of those quiet survivors. Hold this coin in your hand and you feel it immediately. It has presence. It has weight. It feels solid, serious, almost heavy with history. The size, the thickness, the way it sits in your palm feels honest, old, and powerful. This is not a flashy coin. This is a sleeper. The front shows Washington with that strong, calm expression, like he's watching time pass. The back eagle spreads its wings in a way that feels bold but restrained. It's classic, it's clean, and that's what makes it dangerous. People overlook it. Now look closer. That missing mint mark matters more than most people will ever realize. No mint mark means it came from Philadelphia, and in 1,941 conditions there were intense. Dies were pushed hard. Strikes varied. Some coins came out with subtle textures, gray spats, and surface character that modern coins will never have. Collectors obsess over these tiny details. The way the light hits the surface, the natural toning, that untouched original skin. This detail changes everything. Survival is rare. Most of these quarters were spent hard, worn down, melted, lost, or cleaned to death. And listen to me carefully here. Never clean this coin. Cleaning destroys value instantly. That original toning, that antique gray look, that honest circulation wear in very fine condition is exactly what collectors want. Once it's cleaned, the silent fortune is gone forever. This is not exaggeration. This is real auction behavior. Collectors don't chase flashy coins like this openly. They move quietly. Aggressive bidding happens behind closed doors. Phones go silent. Prices jump when two serious collectors realize they're looking at the same thing. And once they own one, they don't sell. They hold. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps climbing, and that pressure is why this coin has reached a market value of around $218,000 today. That is not just money. That is life-changing wealth hiding in a quarter people still spend. Check the date. Check the mint mark area carefully. Feel the coin. Look for original surfaces. Look for that natural gray tone. Patience is golden here because rushing, cleaning, or guessing will cost you everything. Professional grading is critical. This is not a coin you gamble with. This is a coin you protect. Do not spend this coin. This is hidden wealth. This is a silent fortune. And stay with me because what comes next is even bigger, rarer, and far more dangerous to ignore. The next Washington quarter shocks even seasoned collectors, and most people have already lost it forever. Next coin number 2. If you've ever seen a 1,945 Washington quarter with an S mint mark and thought it was just another worn old coin, this is the moment everything changes. I need you to slow down and listen because this coin is dangerous to ignore. This is the kind of hidden treasure people are accidentally spending every single day, a silent fortune slipping through fingers without a second thought. Do not spend this coin. Stay with me because what you're about to hear is real, and this detail changes everything. 1945 was not just another year. This was a turning point in American history. The world was coming out of chaos, pressure was everywhere, and the United States was shifting from survival mode into a new economic reality. Factories were exhausted. Workers were strained. The mints were under unbelievable pressure to keep up with demand while the nation was still feeling the weight of war. Coins were struck fast, equipment was worn, and perfection was not the goal. Getting coins out the door was. That stress is exactly why coins from 1945 behave differently, look different, and survive differently. This is not fiction. Now focus on this quarter. The 1945 Washington quarter with the S mint mark. That tiny letter means San Francisco, and in that year, San Francisco minting conditions were brutal. Dies were used longer than they should have been. Metal planchets were inconsistent. Strikes came out with unique surface movement, and that's where those gray waves come in. That natural flowing look on the surface isn't damage. It's history frozen in metal. Collectors obsess over this because it cannot be faked. Hold this coin and you feel it instantly. It has that solid silver presence, a weight that feels honest, a thickness that gives it authority in your hand. The size is familiar, but the feel is not. It feels older than it looks, heavier than you expect, like it's carrying something important. The front shows Washington calm but powerful, like he knows what the country just survived. The back eagle looks steady, grounded, almost protective. These old coins have a soul, and this one has seen everything. Very good condition matters here more than people realize. This coin was used. It circulated. It lived a life. And that originality is exactly why survival is rare. Most coins from this year were worn flat, that cleaned or melted down. Cleaning is the fastest way to destroy this coin's value. Never clean this coin. That natural gray tone, those wave-like surfaces, that untouched look is what turns it into serious money. Once it's cleaned, the silent fortune disappears forever. The S mint mark is critical. Look closely. That tiny detail separates pocket change from hidden wealth. Collectors study the placement, the sharpness, the way it sits in the field. They look at the surface texture, the way light rolls across the coin, the honest wear that proves it hasn't been messed with. This is why professional grading is critical. Guessing kills value. Rushing kills value. Patience is golden. Collectors don't brag about owning this coin. They hunt quietly. When one appears at auction, the room changes. Bidding gets tense. Phones come out. Eyes lock in. Prices jump fast. And once it's sold, it usually disappears into a collection for years, sometimes decades. Demand keeps rising. Supply keeps shrinking. That pressure is why this quarter has reached around $212,000 today. And that number represents quiet wealth, hidden wealth, life-changing money hiding in a coin people are still spending. Do not spend this coin. Check your pockets. Check old jars. Check inherited collections. Look for the 1945 date. Look for the S mint mark. Look for original surfaces and natural toning. This is a hidden big treasure, and people are losing it every day without knowing. Stay till the end, because the next Washington quarter is even rarer, even more shocking, and collectors consider it one of the most dangerous coins to ignore. What comes next makes this one look easy to miss. Next coin number 3. If you think a 1981 Washington quarter can't be valuable, This is where people make the most expensive mistake of their lives. Listen very carefully, because this coin is hiding in plain sight, and it is a silent fortune people are accidentally losing every single day. Do not spend this coin. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear sounds impossible, but this is not fiction, and this detail changes everything. 1981 was a strange, intense year in America. The country was under economic pressure. Inflation was squeezing everyone, confidence was shaky, and people were holding on to cash tighter than ever. The U.S. Mint was cutting costs, changing processes, and focusing on speed, not perfection. Coins were treated as disposable objects, not future treasures. That environment is exactly how rare mistakes, unusual compositions, and abnormal survivors slipped through unnoticed. And that's how this Washington quarter with a D mint mark became one of the most dangerous coins to ignore. Now look at this coin closely. A 1981 Washington quarter with a D mint mark is supposed to be ordinary. That's what makes it lethal. But this one is different. The surface tells the story immediately. Those silver black spats, that deep, beautiful contrast across the metal, that untouched original look. Collectors know this is special the moment light hits it. This is not dirt. This is not damage. This is natural aging and metal behavior that should not exist on a coin from this era in this condition. And that's why collectors freeze when they see it. Pick it up and feel it. The weight feels wrong in the best possible way. It feels heavier than expected. Solid, confident, almost stubborn in your hand. The size and thickness give it presence. And when you roll it between your fingers, it doesn't feel like modern change. It feels older, more serious, like it doesn't belong in a vending machine. The front shows Washington sharp and proud, and the back eagle still has strength, detail, and depth. This coin has not been abused, and that survival is rare. Here's where people lose everything. Most quarters from this year were used hard, scratched up, and destroyed by cleaning. Never clean this coin. Cleaning kills the value instantly. That silver black surface, that natural tone, that original skin is exactly what turns this coin into hidden wealth. Fine condition matters. Honest wear with originality beats shiny destruction every time. Professional grading is critical here because guessing will cost you a fortune. The D mint mark matters more than people realize. That tiny letter ties this coin to Denver, and in 1981 production pressures and metal inconsistencies created anomalies collectors obsess over. The composition feels different, the strike feels different, and the way the surface aged is something collectors fight over. They study tiny details, spacing, texture, and that black-silver contrast that can't be recreated once it's gone. This is not a coincidence. This is a quiet survivor. At auction, these coins don't cause noise. They cause tension. Bidding is fast, aggressive, and silent. Collectors don't flip these. They lock them away. Supply is almost non-existent. Demand keeps climbing. That imbalance is why this coin has reached around $170,000 today. That is serious money. Quiet wealth, life-changing opportunity, hiding in a coin people still throw into tip jars. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Check the D mint mark. Look for that natural silver-black look. Feel the weight. Respect the originality. Patience is golden because one wrong move destroys everything. And don't go anywhere because the next Washington quarter is even rarer, even more shocking. And collectors say missing it is the biggest regret in modern coin hunting. What comes next is bigger than anyone expects. Next coin number 4. If you've ever tossed a 1965 Washington quarter aside thinking it's worthless, this is the moment your stomach should drop. I'm serious. This coin is one of the most dangerous coins to ignore because people are spending it every single day without realizing they're throwing away a silent fortune. Do not spend this coin. Stay with me because this is not fiction, and this detail changes everything. 1965 was chaos for American coins. This was a historic turning point, a year when everything shifted at once. The economy was under pressure. Silver was disappearing from circulation. People were hoarding older coins in the U.S. Mint was rushing to push out new quarters as fast as humanly possible. Speed mattered more than perfection. Corners were cut, transitions were messy, and in that confusion, rare survivors were born. This Washington quarter without a mint mark comes directly from that moment of stress, and that's why it exists at all. At first glance, this coin looks ordinary. That's the trap. The brown shade, the soft, fine wear, the honest, circulated look makes people underestimate it instantly. But collectors know better. That natural brown tone isn't dirt. It isn't damage. It's age. It's originality. It's proof this coin hasn't been messed with, cleaned, or stripped of its skin. Never clean this coin. The second you do, the hidden wealth is gone forever. Hold it in your hand and you feel the difference. The weight feels right, steady, balanced. The size and thickness give it a solid presence, not flimsy, not modern feeling. It sits flat in your palm with authority. The front shows Washington calm but firm, frozen in a moment when the country itself was changing. The back eagle feels grounded, almost heavy, like it knows this era mattered. These coins don't feel disposable, even though people treat them that way. The missing mint mark is everything here. No mint mark means Philadelphia, and in 1965, that mint was under insane pressure. Equipment was pushed hard. Metal supplies were changing. Processes were rushed. That transition created coins with subtle characteristics collectors obsess over. The surface texture, the tone, the way light moves across the fields. These tiny details separate pocket change from serious money. This is why survival is rare. Most 1,965 quarters were abused, overused, or destroyed by cleaning. Fine condition with original surfaces is exactly what collectors want, because it proves the coin lived a real life and came out untouched. Professional grading is critical. Guessing destroys value. Rushing destroys value. Patience is golden with a coin like this. Collectors don't advertise when they want this quarter. They move quietly. When one appears, bidding gets aggressive without warning. People stop selling. They hold. Supply keeps shrinking while demand keeps rising, and that pressure is why this coin has reached around $146,000 today. That's not just money. That's quiet wealth, hidden wealth, life-changing opportunity hiding in a coin people still spend on coffee. So check your change. Check old jars. Check inherited collections. Look for the 1965 date. Look for no mint mark. Look for that natural brown shade and untouched surface. Do not spend this coin. And don't move, because the next Washington quarter is even rarer, even more shocking, and collectors say missing it is unforgivable. What comes next makes this one look easy to overlook. Next coin number 5. If this coin has ever touched your hand, you need to stop breathing for a second and listen to me. A 1969 Washington quarter with a D mint mark looks like nothing. It looks spendable. It looks safe to ignore. And that's why it's one of the most dangerous hidden treasures in American coin history. Do not spend this coin. This is silent fortune, and people are accidentally losing life-changing money every single day. Stay with me, because this detail changes everything. 1969 was not a quiet year in America. The country was under massive economic pressure. Confidence was shaky. Inflation fears were rising, and the U.S. Mint was still dealing with the aftermath of removing silver from circulating coins. People didn't trust money the way they used to. The mint was pushing volume, not perfection. Coins were struck fast, systems were strained, and oversight wasn't the priority. That chaos is exactly how rare anomalies slipped through unnoticed, and this 1969 D quarter is a product of that moment. At first glance, this coin shocks serious collectors. Why? Because it has a silver shine that should not be there. The surface catches light in a way that immediately raises heart rates. That bright, clean glow mixed with very fine original wear tells a story that shouldn't exist. This is not a cleaned coin. Never clean this coin. Cleaning destroys everything instantly. This shine comes from the metal itself and the way this coin survived untouched while millions of others were destroyed. Hold it in your hand and you feel the difference. The weight feels confident, solid, balanced. The diameter fills your palm perfectly, and the thickness gives it presence. It doesn't feel like modern change. It feels important. The front shows Washington sharp, strong, frozen in a moment when America was uncertain about its future. The back eagle stands proud, detailed, and powerful, like it refuses to fade. Coins like this don't survive by accident. The D mint mark is critical. Denver was producing massive quantities, and that's exactly why survivors like this are so rare. Most were spent hard, damaged, or destroyed. Very fine condition with original surfaces is what makes collectors obsess. They study the strike, the shine, the texture, the way light dances across the fields. Tiny details matter here. This is not a guess and hope coin. Professional grading is critical because one mistake can erase a silent fortune. Survival is the miracle. Demand is brutal. Supply is nearly gone. When this coin appears, auctions don't get loud, they get tense. Bidding happens fast, quiet, aggressive. Collectors don't sell these. They lock them away. They wait. And that pressure is exactly why this quarter has reached around $140,000 today. That's serious money. Quiet wealth. A life-changing opportunity hiding in a coin people still drop into parking meters. So check everything. Check the date. Check the D mint mark. Look for that unnatural silver shine paired with honest wear. Feel the weight. Respect the originality. Patience is golden. Do not spend this coin. And now listen closely. If you've made it this far, you already know the truth. These Washington quarters are not just coins. They are hidden treasure, silent fortunes people are losing every day without knowing. Check your pockets. Check your jars. Check your collections before it's too late. Because these coins change everything. And somewhere out there, someone just spent a fortune without realizing it. Stay with EagleCoins because the next video exposes even bigger money, even rarer coins, and secrets nobody is warning you about.